Hey guys, welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. In today's video, we're at the end of day 3. We've just entered day 4 of logins for our new free-to-play account using Tholen Foulbeard. Let's go ahead and take these gloves actually quickly and see if they are anything of use. Filter, just new, let's see. Honestly, HP percent with speed, if that rolls a couple times, I'm silver broke, but maybe that becomes like an offset piece for one of my supports. That's not too bad. We can get some use out of that possibly. But yeah, in this video, I want to give you guys an update on the account. I want to talk about what I've been doing with gearing and something that you guys may want to try if you're doing this. I'll explain my reasoning. I'm not saying it's a must-do thing, but it's something that I've actually gotten some good luck out of. So, you know, getting some decent gear early on, it's different to my previous playthroughs because the Forge is going to be a different process on this account. The other thing is, if you're looking for the mythical account giveaway, I'm going to probably announce that in about 2 days time because then I'll be in China and it's a nice little video that I can make while I'm away without stressing too hard. So that is when that giveaway is going to happen. I am going to China for a week. I'm not too sure if content will slow down or anything. I'll have to see how busy I am while I'm over there. I will still have my laptop and all my recording gear, so hopefully I can still get you guys some content. But let's talk about this one. Okay, yeah, you can see we've been logged in for the new day for 5 minutes. So, this account, where are we at before we talk about the gearing stuff? Our Tholen Foulbeard is now level 60. I stupidly forgot when I 6-starred him that this was not retrospective, so I need to get 2 more rank 5s and get going over there to keep going with those Arbiter missions. Then once I get through that, I will be into the potion range, and then I will go ahead and work on getting him to at least 3-star Ascension, which is going to be big to get the extra stat boost plus the extra passive unlock. So I really do like that for Tholen Foulbeard, and one of the big concerns for this guy, and you can see my stats are shit. Like, I've got plus 56 speed, I've got plus 37 crit rate, plus 14 crit damage. The dude absolutely sucks. His build is horrible. And we are still able to do 12-3. Now, I've been doing 11-3 to be safe because sometimes I do fail on 12-3, but I want to show you guys a run and show you that once you get your Tholen with any sort of okay gear, he can absolutely clap this stuff without any issues. So mine is still a bit hairy where he's at now. If he had a little bit more speed or a little bit more damage, he'd be fine. Because wave 2, you'll see we use the basic attack. And this is where we can drop pretty low. Okay, we landed the counterattack, so we're perfectly fine. Otherwise, sometimes it can get a little bit scary on damage taken. But now we just go ahead and use that basic. Come into wave 3. We're going to do the double tap. Boom. And so this is where it gets a little bit hairy. You can see if we were a little bit faster, we'd maybe be able to go, but we are carrying it with those revenges, which sometimes you don't get. But once you get him a little bit more geared, maybe a couple ascensions, this guy is going to be perfectly fine for farming 12-3, you know, very early on in the game, which I'm super happy with. That was one of the things I was worried about. Now, if you're wondering what I'm actually doing over there in the presets, I'm not going to pay that. How long we got? We've got a minute. But basically the presets are wave 1, use skill 3, then only use basic attack. Wave 2 is only use basic attack. Wave 3 is just turn skill 2 off, so he's going to use his skill 3 into his skill 1, and that's the way he goes for farming. That is my general farming build for him. Actually, what I can do is I can put it on hard, I can jump into here, and I can show you guys those presets. So here is his exact preset that I use. Round 1, you can see, start off with skill 3, and then don't use it again, don't use skill 2. Round 2 is don't use skill 3 or skill 2. And then round 3 is don't use skill 2. That's the basic process of it. It works really well for me. And that is what I have been going for. Let's go back over to Brutal over here, so I don't mess myself later on. So yeah, Tholen going to be absolutely fine for that. Like I said, I am loving the playthrough with Tholen. I find him more enjoyable to play than the Supreme Gallic. It's really, really enjoyable. The next thing is over here in Arena, we are almost into the gold ranks. We're just hitting a lot of people with speed leads or too highly built up Tholens, and they just clap me. So I'm just waiting for some weaker enemies. I find at the top of silver 4 into gold 1 is like the hardest little range to push because you actually have to outscale them. Once I get Deacon Armstrong at level 40, that'll help. But yeah, this is definitely like the hardest little gap to push to get your rank up. But once you're in gold, then it's just a matter of having a 15-minute timer on permanently for the rest of your life, and that's how you kind of go about it. So that is where we're at over in Arena. And pretty much all I've been doing for the last day is just leveling up fodder. It's pretty much all you do in these early parts of the game. You can see I got level 40s, and then I'm just working on all my fodders down here and just leveling them up. That's pretty much the gist of what I do with all of my stamina at the moment. Besides pushing Arbiter missions, which once again I've got a level fodder for because I'm an idiot and I've got to do this. And then we will have to do the level 5 of Ascension over here as well, which I'm probably going to just level up fodder. However, we do have the other get 4 rank 5 champions. Which is going to be another one that we have to do. So I'm going to get 2 fodders up. And then I'm going to level up probably Deacon if we unlock him by that stage. But then there is the Ascended Champion to level 5. Get 4 champions to level 50. Which will be... I will have to do... Basically, we got Tholen and Tagoar. Then I'll probably do Mausoleum Mage and also the Deacon Armstrong when we get him. So that's kind of going to be my process through here, and then we should cap off that stage of the missions. But what I wanted to talk about with the gear is something that I'm doing different on this account to any other account, and that is to do with the Forge. So with the Forge over here, on my other accounts, I was waiting till I had the gold materials to craft 5 to 6 stars in the perception pieces and the defensive ones. But due to Faction Wars being way harder because we don't have the Supreme Gallic to pair with Tagoar in the Orc Crypt, I went with Kale as the starter to use him plus Madam Serris. Otherwise, you could have gone the normal Gallic to use him and Tagoar over here. Either way, you're not going to be pushing to the point of getting those legendary crafting materials, I don't think, without 6-starring them. And let's face it, I don't want to 6-star my starter because I got Tholen 6-starred. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get to that point of being able to get these legendary crafting materials. So what I've been doing is I've been crafting the 4 to 5 stars, and I've been using the rank charm and rarity charm on them to try and get some good 4 to 5 star perception gear, because 4 to 5 star perception gear can still absolutely change your account. And I want to show you guys some of the pieces that I've got that paid off. Now, you may do this and it doesn't pay off. So once again, I'm not saying this is what you have to do. You can wait and play the very, very long game. But for me personally, I'm just like, I'm going to try and get some upgrades, because getting early upgrades, 5 and like even some of the 4-star pieces can really help you out. So if we come over here to my Madam Serris, now this is the gear that's going to go on my Deacon Armstrong. We got these 5-star boots, speed, nice. We've got this chest, the shield, which has 9 speed. Unfortunately, I only rolled 1 into speed, but hey, it's still nice. We got this headpiece that rolled an 18 speed, which is absolutely huge. And then we got these gauntlets. They're only flat HP, but they've got 14 speed. So really, really solid, gear for like day 3 of an account for your support champions. We're at plus 93 speed, 112 accuracy. It ain't too bad. Then we go over here to my Tagoar. Now this one's not as crazy, but even this 4-star headpiece, 4-star weapon rolled twice into speed, giving me 9 speed there. This headpiece rolled once into speed and gave me an extra 9 speed there. And so, like I said, even though I'm not getting those 6 stars, some of these 4 and 5 stars can really help you gap progression on your characters, like on these early game accounts. So once again, that is what I have been doing. I have been foregoing these legendaries. Now you do get 15 of the legendary crafting materials when you unlock the forge. So definitely go ahead and craft those ones. Hopefully you get something good. Mine were pretty average. But then you can just craft these 4 to 5 stars and see how you go, because you get a bunch of these ones also when you unlock the purple ones, and on top of that you're going to be getting a lot of the blue ones through just general farming in the faction wars. So that is what I did. Once again, I'm not saying you have to do it. I don't know if it's going to be the optimal way, but it paid off for me. But once again, you could craft all that and feel like you get nothing. But at the end of the day, anything that is going to help you in progression a little bit, I think is kind of worth doing. So that's kind of where I'm at. Once again, that is where the account is at for today. Unfortunately, I don't have a dwarf. I did buy a bunch of revenge gear from the clan shop because there was no stamina. I kind of regret it. I should have bought the silver instead of the accessories, because I got no usable accessories for my account. You can see I bought 5 of them. Dude, if I had bought like 4 or 5 things of this and got that extra like couple mil of silver, it would have made a bigger difference on my account. So I kind of regret doing that. If I had got a good piece, I would have been wrapped with that decision. But, you know, the silver would have been better for me at this stage. But once again, next week, hopefully there's energy in here, and then we can pick up the energy and go from there. But that's kind of what I did. Once again, bit of regrets, but hey, it is what it is. I've just been popping summons as we go. I did pop 1 Sacred during the 2x because I thought maybe that would give me one of the 5 stars I need. We ended up landing Old Mate here. which I'm not using any of these epics. I just wanted to try and get a legendary straight away. That was from the hard mode campaign, Sacred. I just wanted to try and get any legendary so that we had another 5-star to speed up this mission. But yeah, it didn't work out that way. So unfortunately, we're just in the grinding mode. And that's kind of where the account is at. Once again, 12-3, definitely going to be doable by Tholen. If I craft a couple more decent little upgrades, I did get myself a 5-star crit rate gloves. Substats are shit. 5-star speed boots. Substats are shit. But you can't see them. My head's covering, but it's all attack, defense, HP, flats, all shit. But, you know, those could help me out with gearing him if I get a couple good random pieces for a shield head or sword. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I've got those in the bank, and I will try and adjust his gear a little bit to get him higher crit rate, higher speed, because those are going to be the key things for helping him push further on. I do have a shield over here from, I think it was a shield from Perception, yeah, so let me move my head. Boom, boom. You can see this has got like 9 speed and 16 crit damage. So getting like that plus and maybe another weapon that's decent with, you know, more crit rate, more speed, then I can make a broken set if I put those the lifesteal speed boots and crit rate gloves, and then hopefully then I can get him to a much better point. But once again, I am hoping in the next day or two to get to the progression of the Arbiter missions, to farm the potion dungeons, to get him ascended as well. Besides that, it's just fodder farming. Once again, I'm doing 11-3 at the moment until I get better upgrades on him to comfortably do 12-3 without having a chance of failing. So that is the account update. Once again, let me know what you guys are doing. How is your account going? I think doing the Forge is not a bad idea for 4 to 5 stars. If you don't think it's going to be, if you think it's going to be ages before you actually get to the point of doing any meaningful farming of the legendary crafting materials, gives you that nice little progression gap, and hopefully you can get some upgrades from there. But once again, there's always the chance of RNG that you don't get the upgrades, and then it's a massive rip. Where's the goodie bag? Give me that goodie bag. Taking the free stuff. Anyway, guys, that is the update. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.